Operation status quo. Operation status quo. Prepare to engage. Operation status quo. Ready to engage. Operation status quo. Engaged. Engaged. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Operation Status Quo. That's the place you gotta go when you wanna find your flow. It's funny, I always got to do that little kind of rigmarole in the beginning. Back to rigmarole. I talked about rigmarole some episodes ago, because I'm pushing buttons and stuff, and quite honestly, before I even start, let me just say the last couple times I went on, my computer froze up and I had problems with the computer. So I don't know, my Mac is a little bit old. I really need to revamp this whole, I'm realizing this now, because, sometimes it inhibits me to want to come on because I can't stand when the stream freezes up and, it, just throws the whole continuity of what I'm doing out of whack. So, but it is what it is. Obviously, you see how professional. Let me give a little round of applause. You see how professional we are around here, ladies and gentlemen, as it were. So I do realize I got to step it up a little bit. So I think that's my next project on the list. But first of all, hello and welcome to Operation Status Quo. I am Pete Palma. I am your user-friendly host. This is the place where we observe the status quo of life. We learn to flow with the status quo of life. And then, of course, most importantly, we learn to create our own flow of quo, because that's the only way to go. So what are you doing out there today to create your own flow of quo? Listen, guys, I talk about this all the time, and I've said it multitudes of times over and over and over. You see what's going on in the world, and the only thing we really can do out there is to find peace within ourselves. All the answers are within ourselves. That's it. I'm going to wrap it up again. I think I did this the other show. I only need to do like 2 sentences. I should stop right there. But seriously, it's funny because we put so much pressure on ourselves in a multitude of facets, right? It's not just ourselves and our personalities and how we feel we fit in with those around us and such, but we also try to fit ourselves in with what is perceived to be the outside world and the confines and the constraints of what goes along with all the messages that we're receiving in that way. I'm going to say it like this as I get into it, because today is the 5th of March in the good year 2025, and today's program is entitled Worlds Within Worlds. And that's right, and that's exactly what our existence really is, ladies and gentlemen. It's merely worlds within worlds, because each and every one of us is an individual perspective and an individual perception point of the oneness of the totality. So as I was talking in the last episode, when I was mentioning about talking about the puzzle, right? Like, the whole universe is really one puzzle, and it's just all the pieces. And that's what always gets me. And I think that's the thing of like why I'm even bringing this up today, is because after the last show, the toasted roast, did you guys like that one? Let me know what you think out there. I don't like to bash anybody. I feel bad, but in the sense of, I don't even know why, because the truth is it's my fault. I shouldn't even be looking at it if it bothers me in a sense, right? But at the end of the day, like that kind of stuff just stands out to me, and it's just like it kind of reinforces more so of that idea that I have of how interesting it is that, realistically speaking, everything is, one energy, but just from different perspectives. And the thing that bothers me, not that bothers me, but the thing that I guess the message that I really want to get across to people, mostly in a sense, is just having that realization of that space of knowing that what's going on in the world is just part of the oneness, and like not ever getting so wrapped up into, what everything is. I was going to say like I'm going to say it like this, the human heart, just the condition of the human heart, like love, compassion, whatever, the subconscious things that we never think of anymore because the way our world is, right? We're always wrapped up in, the mainstream shit and separation from one another and worrying about your little corner of everything and not really caring about other people until like some kind of calamity occurs, But if you really feel like inside, I don't know, maybe some people don't have the capability, again, because it's all part of the totality. So there has to be contrast. I mean, I say that, to nauseum, but it's really the truth, but at the end of the day, like if you think of humanity as like just one heart and how much our world is built to keep that heart separate, because like, if we all kind of come together and, with that same level, there's always this here in the center, that space of like where, you want to connect. I mean, most people I feel want to connect, want to, say hello to other people, want to feel belonging, want to know each other. I don't think most people hate, in general. It's just like a crazy thing, but our world is built to create that hate. That's why it's worlds within worlds, because, it's not just this is what's going on. Every perception, each person's life is its own world within the parameters of the physicality and the duality that we experience in this particular life, in this particular, time period. Just to, and I know it's a shame that everything is so hyper politicized today. But I also feel that one of the reasons, again, why we're seeing all that is because, and I talk about this, I don't know why I keep saying K when I talk, because I do, I just want, it's so passionate about it as far as the, humanity growing in consciousness. If you look at like anything, you look at any creature, it starts as even humans, we start as the little baby and we grow up, anything, a tadpole turns into the frog. I mean, the caterpillar turns into the butterfly, it's just the same type of thing. And like humanity as an entity, as a consciousness unto itself beyond the physicality is the same thing. It's always in a state of flux and transition and growth. Right. So, so the reason we're seeing all this in the world today is because a lot of this stuff has to be exposed in one way or another so that we can acknowledge it and then use it to move forward and to, I wouldn't even say to like denounce it in a sense or to fight it. It's more of being aware of it. It's like if you're going to build something, and you need some tools, you're going to go look and say, well, before I build this, let me go out in the garage and see what tools I have. Can I even build this if I don't have the tools, right? So, us as a humanity, can we build a stronger humanity, a level of consciousness that operates in a way that is more conducive towards helping and loving one another? It's more conducive towards working with the planet and helping the animals and nature and everything else. How are we going to work with that if we don't see what is happening that's actually pulling us away? Because most people don't even realize that they're being pulled away from anything. Like I don't watch the news really too much. I really don't watch TV in general. It was like, I really realized this. It was like the other, whenever the Grammys, not the Grammys, the Oscars were on, was it last week or early? What day is today? I don't even know. Was it Sunday? What day was the Oscars? I don't remember. But I didn't even realize they were on. But when I was on Facebook, I saw some people commenting about what they were watching on the Oscars. And I thought, oh, yeah, like people actually watch this stuff. Like people it's I'm going to tune into that and sit there. And I couldn't even do it. I wouldn't even be able to. Anyway, but I don't watch TV really. I do a little bit, like I'll flip here or there. I'll have it on in the background in the evening for an hour or two, but generally I really don't. And I don't watch TV. I watch people who watch TV, and when I watch the people who watch TV, what I see from them tells me everything I need to know about watching TV. Yeah. Because the mindset and the fact that people are so into it, like even last night with the whole thing, with Trump speaking and everything and the way, just think about, and I just try to tell people all the time to give themselves a break, give yourself a break and stop worrying about all this stuff and stop putting so much of your energy and time into wanting to argue over who said what and who did what and what cause is right, what cause isn't right. Look at the show you saw last night where, and I don't even, me guys, I don't give a crap about politics. I really, really don't, but Trump's talking and, the Democrats won't clap for anything or where even stuff that could be good. What I mean is, and this takes me back to why I did the toast for Drost and why I pick on like Mark. He's like he's so blind, and he's an example. Again, I'm not trying to pick on him. He's an example of just this this weak mindset, and I really believe it. It's like you're either weak and you have the guts to stand up and seize life, or you sit back and whimper and let life live you. You know what I mean? Like I'm a big believer in letting life live, let life live, but you have to be in touch with it and let the life live through you with a resonance, not this anger. And so many people have so much anger, and to the point where this is supposed to be the leaders of the United States of America, as a whole group in the Congress, whatever, everybody's there, and you can't just be mature in some way of a communication. It always has to be all this. And the way they couch everything they say, on the news as far as what Trump's doing and his tariffs, and people don't even know, like, it's what gets me. People don't know shit. All right. I'm really sorry. I'm not an expert on anything, but I've taken the time, and again, I'll say this, since, the fake pandemic happened was really the catalyst that I said, I'm not participating in this mainstream nonsense anymore. And that was my journey to begin changing things and doing, a lot of research. And, you just watch other people and the stuff they say, and they're like, it's like watching the kindergarten kids. Trump, they watch with Zelensky and say, oh, Trump's a bully. Oh, they watch with the tariffs and stuff. How can you be attacking our neighbors? Oh, you're going to take Greenland. You want to turn the Gulf of America. You're a dictator. You're this, you're that, blah, 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 blah. And it's just all like a bunch of talking crap. And like the point I'm saying, worlds within worlds, because your life is a direct reflection of what you put into it, where you put your focus in, and how you engage and give back to the collective. And this is what I was saying even when I was doing the Toast for Drost in the last episode. It's like, Mark, big deal, dude, if you disagree. You don't have to like Trump. I mean, it's just, how do you not see a bigger picture of that this world isn't even real and what's going on, and it's an interplay, It's just like, how do you not realize that there's a higher level? Just say, for example, we all live a life. You're born, you're going to die in so many years. And, time is endless, and multitudes of generations have come before us and will come after us. So what I'm saying is, you really believe that your little whatever, if you 60, if you die younger, or 90, or God forbid, you're just a kid and you pass away, you really believe that little fragment of time is your whole existence and perception of anything that exists? It's so grand and so huge, and there's so much more going on, and yet we're focusing on who said this and who did that, and like these low levels of perception and thought process. And personally, to me, I find it, I just find it frustrating, because I feel there's so much more. It's okay to see what's going on, but why? What is it? Tell me. I would love for people to tell me. I mean, I'm saying this stuff. Does anybody even understand? First, does anybody even understand a damn thing I'm trying to explain? Does anybody get it at all? Why do you want to be slave to this other level in this way? It just doesn't make any sense. Hold on, I'm starting to get a little exasperated. Just give me a second here. It's not funny. It's not funny. My heart's stopping right here on the spot. You think it's funny? You like to laugh at me? Please. This is my, what do they have? Remember, what was it they used to have the commercial for when you push I've fallen and I can't get up? That's what my bell is. I've fallen, my brain is stopped and I can't get up. I got to get rid of this heartbeat. Hold on. Oh, it's gone. Thank God. Anyway, I'm just saying, people are so wrapped up in all this stuff, and it's like, it's really, what can I say? This show, Operation Esquo, right? It's just about observing stuff, and this is the point of what I'm saying, and why I'm here. Just observe, just look around, and like see things with space, see things with taking a breath, and take the emotion and the anger and all this stuff out of it. It's like. And I said this before, I think, in the other show, the last one, like emotions, we have feelings, we have all that stuff, but it doesn't mean that they rule our lives. They're a tool. They're when you're triggered, when you feel something, but the emotions are, because you pass on from this life, you're not engaged in emotions in that capacity anymore. It's part of the human dynamic. So why are we function? It's like you build anything. A human is built to function in the way it functions, so that it can perceive in the way it can perceive, for whatever it means in the grand totality of everything in the universe, right? So like, instead of like just thinking you're trapped by that, why not look at it from the perspective of why are we designed in this way? Why is humanity designed in a facet for us to perceive things in the way that we do? What is it about that construct that we can utilize for the best interest of the time that we're here? I mean, it's obvious. Either way, whether you're a wuss and you stick your head in the sand for the rest of your life, or you're pro go and blah blah blah. Either way, we're all gonna croak. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, what is the bigger picture? I mean, how many people sit and think about the essence of, their existence, as it were? I reflect all the time back on, and I feel like I've lived multiple lives within my life. And I think I said that before too. I don't know why I keep saying I said things before, but because I do. I mean, it all wraps in together. If I look back, I mean, I'm totally not what I was before, and who knows what I'll be in the future. So it's just like, if I'll even be here, if I'm still alive, for God's sake, is there anybody out there? Does anybody care? I know. Easy. Please, where's my Ayo? I need it.
Ayo.
Thank you. So anyway, that's basically what I have. Just the concept of worlds within worlds. And think about it from this perspective. Just that your perspective, you right there, your perspective is different from, just like a snowflake, different from every other snowflake. We're all different snowflakes. But it's still the same snowstorm, right? All the snowflakes pile up, just like all the raindrops pile up and fill up the bucket. And do you understand what I'm saying? I'm so passionate about it. I really am, because I just feel it's about people freeing themselves. I talk to a lot of people in different regards. I never try to push anybody. I think I'm the exception in a certain way. However, I'm designed, and that's why I'm here doing what I'm doing. I never try to, what I do here, even through my music and everything else, it's not about, I just got a text. I believe that is from my behind the scenes producer. I got to thank codename RC3. I know you're out there, my friend.
Heyo.
I appreciate that you, RC3 gives me great feedback. He's probably maybe the only one that watches all my shows. Well, not all, but I mean, watches one. Will watch one all the way through. I feel bad, the poor guy. I got to encourage him. What is wrong with your life, sir, that you are doing this to yourself each and every time? RC3, go do something with yourself. Stop watching this nonsense. It's poisoning your brain.
Heyo.
No, but when you think about your perspective, each perspective is what it is. It's a whole world unto itself. And there he goes. He texts RC3 in the hizzy, baby. Looking forward to one day having RC3 here on the show, and you guys will love him too. But anyway, just to wrap it up, I mean, that's basically what I'm saying today. Everything I do with the music and even this, obviously I'm not trying. I consider it professional in the sense that it comes from my heart, and the way I speak and everything I do comes naturally to me. But what that means, I have no idea. It just means I enjoy it and it's fun and it flows, from this regard. It's not about me trying to be like, oh, I'm Pete Palma, rah, rah, rah. I mean, I really don't care. I'm happy to, in a certain way, I'm happy to just stay as a recluse. If you go back and watch Recluse Wannabe, one of the episodes I did when I was talking about I'd like to be a recluse, but I just can't do it because of my personality. But the point is, I'm not trying to be anything more than a voice for people to just think about things. That's all. Everybody's wrapped up in their stuff. Like I say, I talk to a lot of people, and some people, I can tell how scared they are to let go of certain facets of things that they do and lives that they've lived. Just things like, and I get it. It's scary to step outside of the system, but that is the point of the system. It's created to keep you scared, created to keep you in it, because then you would be following your heart, and they really don't want that. If humanity's a collective together, sharing heart space with one another, then who makes the money and who's in control of who? And, I don't know. Again, everything is multi-dimensional, multi-levels. It goes beyond all that. It's so grand for the reasons you can say who, what, why, and all that type of thing. But the point is, it is what it is, and this is what it is. So, why not try to just see it from another space instead of like diving into the goop of the shit that they're feeding you all the time? You can see, just watch the news. Really watch the news and just think about how they're talking to you and what they're saying and how it's engineered and programmed to set your mind in a certain way. Think about the words they use, how they couch the things that are happening. They can say they can say, like, just saying Trump with the tariffs, instead of coming on and going, Americans can start expecting higher prices tomorrow. Trump, like it's the craziest thing ever. Instead of saying, why not come out and say, well, it's been a long time that other countries have placed a lot of tariffs on the United States, and it looks like this administration is trying to do something to balance that out, to see if we can help the people and help our economy and help our production and help, but there's no fairness into it, unless like when Biden was in office, right? Everything would be like, oh, Joe Biden gave a great speech today. Just before he fell asleep, he spoke about 6-7 sentences. He's like, Joe, wake up, Joe. Hold on, where's my wake up, Joe?
Heyo.
I mean, where's Joe now? Is Joe? Sorry, I got my microphone there. Is Joe even alive? Does anybody even know? Is Joe still falling off a bike somewhere? I have no idea. All right. Anyway, that's it. That's what I got for you here today, ladies and gentlemen. Just real quickly, I just want to mention about the music. Don't forget, the album's coming out May 2nd. I'm actually on my way out the door after this show, because meeting with the people I'm working with. The website's being updated. It's going to be the new version of the website, probably be launched sometime this month. So, which is going to not only include the music portion, but include this stuff here from Operation Status Quo. So I'm really excited for this project moving forward. And me as a personality, being out with people and doing the things I do, again, is really just a space of inspiration. That's all I really care about. I really just want to provide space for people to not take everything so seriously, and to know how much power they have within themselves to do whatever they want. And we don't have to get mad. We don't have to get mad. Stop feeding our attention to all this stuff. Everything's coming out. And I know I kind of said it, but let me finish with this. Everything's coming out in the way it's coming out because it has to. It's like pulling, you can't see the crap underground that's killing the grass, right? And everything's got to be pulled up, out, and redone, refertilized. And so things are being exposed for people to think of things. You go back 20 years or 30 years, no one was talking on these levels and really, thinking about how the systems. I mean, everybody knew the system was screwing them, but it was such a machine. It was so different. Now, COVID was the start of like the screws coming loose and the wheels falling off, and people are questioning a lot more, and people don't want to give their time anymore. I never would have changed my life if it wasn't for COVID. In a sense, I would still be doing the same crap, but it set me free. I saw it as an opportunity, and I believe that's more and more so. More people are feeling that way. More people want to be free. It doesn't mean free like just go lay around and do nothing. Be free. Be you. Be what your heart is. Life will always provide. If you live true to yourself and be who you are, it's not about having to go out and get for security and sustainment. The universe will provide what is needed for you, for your mission here on earth, if you're living in tune with your heart, the universe, and your mission. It's not about the fear of, well, what am I going to do in 3 weeks if I don't have a job? It's like, well, if you really know that this world's not real and there's no such thing as time, space, and that you're an energy beyond, if you know all this type of stuff, then where's the fear? Because it doesn't matter. Even if you wind up with nothing and destitute, it still doesn't mean anything, because you're going to be here, you're going to be gone. And it's just part of the journey. So I don't know, too much seriousness and all this crap, and these people on this other side that just like the issues and the anger, and they talk about freedom, but it's like it's the opposite. It's like freedom by you following what we say is the proper social cues. It's like a crazy thing, and people accept it. It's like, anyway, so we got to shut it all down. Stop going to Starbucks. Stop going everywhere. Stop going to Walmart. Okay? All right. I'm rambling. I know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got for you here today on Operation Status Quo. If you haven't done so already, please take the time to like, subscribe, share. Send this out to your friends, your family, those you love, and of course, those you despise as well. As you very well know, I love each and every one of you out there, individually as well as a group. God bless, and until next time, Operation Status Quo disengaged. And by the way, glad my computer didn't crash today. Woohoo!
Is a boulevard of 10 short blocks.